Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. I know we've still got some people jumping on, but we are going to go ahead and get started. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're excited to be here. Tonight, we're going to talk about host to post. So, my name is Nicole. If you don't know me, I have been with the company. This is terrible. I don't even know how many years at this point because I started over. So there's a gap there, but it's been almost 10 years ago since I first got involved with the company. And I have to say, I've seen a lot of things. I've been through a lot of things, and host to post is one of my absolute favorite things. And I could talk about this for hours. And I promise we're not going to, but we are going to give a pretty wide overview of it tonight. What I love about it so much is that it is systematic and that makes it simple. For those of you who have been in the business for a minute, you know we have a daily task list, our core four, our six list. When we're actively doing host to post, it's a very well-rounded of all of those other tasks that we're doing. So it has been proven time and time again that when host to post is thriving, your business is thriving. And there are other things that can lead to a thriving business, but there's a direct correlation between thriving host to post, thriving business. Um, it's just so well rounded. It's perfect. My ADH brain loves that. It loves, I'm someone who I thrive in the chaos. And so host to post is just so fun because it's full of action steps and urgency, but it's also so structured and streamlined for efficiency and convenience that it's just the perfect system for me. Um, it's something that, yeah, it's very easy to overcomplicate, but it's also pretty easy to streamline. And just like Taylor said, it's just duplication. It's the same thing. When you come up with that system, it changes everything. And so when I think about being consistent with host to post over time and creating a thriving business and really teaching it and that duplication, and people who have been able to do this, one of the people that I really think about is my friend Taylor. And she is here with us tonight. So in a minute, I'm going to let her introduce herself, and then we're going to go through just the overall system itself, why we do the things, how we do them, and she's going to go into a detailed description of exactly how she has managed to streamline that procedure to make it into a system that really works for her as opposed to being overwhelming, complicated, tedious, and just kind of obnoxious. We're going to teach you how to streamline everything so that it's a system that can work for you for the longevity over time, as opposed to just being completely overwhelming. So Taylor, if you want to unmute and introduce yourself, let's get started.
Yeah, hi guys. My name is Taylor. Excuse me. Like Nicole mentioned, I have been in for this month, the end of this month, it will be 8 years. Like that just blows my mind. It's been 8 years already. So yeah, Host to Post is absolutely amazing, and it is like the easiest way to work your business because, like Nicole said, it encompasses all of the things. You are expanding your network, you are posting, you are adding, like you said, or I said, expanding your network, getting potentials to your list in conversations daily. So it encompasses like all of the things you need to be doing to work your business in like just a couple of steps, and it's like all in one thing. So I don't know if you want to go into like what host to post is, or if you want me to, or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, so basically, in a nutshell, post to post is a way that we can grow our business organically by having other people post for us. So our team does a giveaway, there is an incentive, but it's basically sending people a post on their wall about our products or business opportunity so that we can expand our reach and our network. When someone posts for us, we are getting access to their friend list. And so as people comment, we can add them. And what I love about that is that even if the people who comment and say they're interested, even if they don't order right away, they're still coming into our friend list. And so we're adding people who are already interested as opposed to just more random people. And it's just all, I don't want to go too far yet. So let's back up a little bit. Generally, to get everything started, how are you finding people to post for you? Are you relying on a giveaway post on your wall? Are you asking people? Kind of walk us through that. And in the meantime, in the chat, I want everyone who's familiar with Host to Post and who's actively working Host to Post, can you drop your go-to ask message in the chat for us?
Yeah, so there's a few different ways you can go about host to post. So if you're brand new and everything, I would go ahead and start reaching out to your friends list and ask them like if they're interested in the product. So that's one way of actually getting a host to post up because maybe they are interested in the product or maybe they're not. And at the end of the conversation, whether they are interested or not, you're going to ask them if they would care as a favor to just put up a post for you to help you with your business. So if you're brand new, that is a great way to go ahead and get started because maybe you haven't contributed to our monthly giveaway yet. And that's okay. But if you have contributed to our monthly giveaway, go ahead and put up a giveaway post. So that can look like a bunch of different things, basically asking someone's opinion on a topic and say for a chance to win X amount of money. Or tell me what time you see this and for a chance to win X amount of money, whatever our giveaway is for the month. And that's one way, and you can reach out to those people who comment. But if you have done that before and you're just getting the same people commenting, I would encourage you to either download your friends list from Facebook. You can YouTube, Google how to do that. I'm not going to go into how to do that because it's already out there and you can find it. Be resourceful. So you can download your friends list on Facebook and sort from oldest to newest and go to the oldest friends that you have and start reaching out to them. Like Nicole had mentioned, people are dropping their favorite, like reach out message, ask message for host to post. Send that to people, those people. And I recommend we do, like she had mentioned, different shifts of the day. So we have morning, afternoon, and evening. So in the morning, you send 25 messages, afternoon, 25 messages, evening, 25 messages. And that can look like reaching out to your friends list, reaching out to those people who have commented on your giveaway post, reaching out to people who viewed your story. There's a bunch of different ways to reach out to people. So don't feel like you are always having to talk to the same people because you should be expanding your network so you can reach out to your friends list and reach out to those new people. So I would recommend doing those things as far as how to start the host to post snowball effect and getting as many up as you can.
Absolutely. Anyone and everyone. I love that about how it's not just a post on your wall. We're also messaging to ask people, but then we also do have the message on the wall. Something else is that sometimes people do think it's a scam. Like, is this for real? Especially if you're new. They're like, what is this person talking about? I've seen that in the chats here, and it's something that people in my downline have experienced recently. And my response to that is always, um, to say, well, this is the post that I would have you post. And if you scroll down, you can also see it on my wall. That's kind of instant credibility right there. And then I also have the previous winner. That's always a video that we can share to our story. I always have that on hand to send people as well. Here's the last winner. It's real. And then I move on. If they still want to argue, that's fine. People are going to say no. They're going to say, well, what's the post? I don't want to share about that. You're going to always have negative and just be ready for that. But you can't really attach emotion to it. This is when you just have to be
It's a business.
systematic and almost robotic. Like, I want you to be genuine and authentic, but you just gotta grit your teeth and ask these people. And if they think it's a scam, I have those two responses ready. But we know it's not a scam, and we're not intentionally misleading or anything. And so you just move on if they still want to argue with you. But something I want to point out now, thank you guys so much for adding all of your two messages to the chat. As you read through these, I want you to notice they're all different variations of the same thing. No matter what the giveaway is, what the incentive is, even if it's just a free sample, a Ziploc baggie of samples that you're going to mail to someone and you can do your own giveaway, that's not what matters. These are all just different versions of basically the same question. So we don't have to overthink it. We don't have to have the perfect message to reach out and send people. And also, if we're sending out messages throughout the day, Facebook doesn't like to see the exact same message being sent out a bunch of times. So save a bunch of these different variations that all say the same thing and you can rotate through them. That way you can plow through, send as many as you want or as you can, um, without being flagged as a bot or feeling or seeming spammy because you're sending the same thing to everyone. So Taylor, what's your goal? I know a lot of us try to get a certain number of posts up in a day. Is your goal to send so many messages and hope for the best, or do you keep going until you get a certain number of posts up?
So my goal is 10 a day. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, just because like life happens, you know. I don't always get 10 up a day, but that is the goal. And I do, like I said, do the shift tasks and everything. So morning, afternoon, evening, I send out 25 in the morning, 25 in the afternoon, 25 in the evening, whether that be from my friends list or from host, like giveaway hosted posts. And sometimes, like I said, I get 10 up and sometimes I don't. But I do have a tracker that I write down the people. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I write down everybody that said yes to putting up a post for me. I write them down when they put up the post. I highlight them in yellow. And when I save the post, I highlight it in green. So that way I can make sure I know who told me they were going to put up a post, if they put up the post, and if I have saved it so I can go like to a collection so I can go back. I will say I try not to send more than 25 messages at a time, just because even if you do change the message, sending more than that, usually at a time, Facebook likes to flag you because you're sending out a lot of messages at once. So I do recommend staying around 25 at a time, and not doing more than that.
That's great. And I think this is a great time to introduce our trackers as well. My tracking system is a little different. I have a calendar that is, it's an undated planner. Go to the next page. So on the one page, it has my to-do list. And so that's where when someone has agreed to post for me and I send them the post, I write their name down. When the post goes live, I highlight it and kind of number it the same kind of thing. So we want to make sure we're tracking the people who have agreed to post for us. And also, again, when the post actually goes up, because sometimes we'll send the post today and they don't post it until a day or two from now. And so we keep track both ways because we can follow up with them to say, hey, did you post that? Because a lot of times people are driving, they forget, their kid takes their phone, whatever, but we don't want to miss out on that just because we don't follow through with that. But when we track them like that, it's a lot easier. So again, we write down their name when we send them the post. We highlight it when the post goes live, and then she highlights it again when she saves it. So to talk about that, we something that we like to do is we go into our Facebook settings, and you can reach out to your upline. They can send you screenshots of exactly how to do this. But you go into your timeline tagging or review and tagging, and you turn that on so that as people are posting for you, it'll notify you that they tagged you in a post. And then, because you don't want that to be on your timeline, you don't want your news feed to be full of 50 posts, 50 of the same posts from different people. So you turn your timeline review and tagging on, and then that'll take care of that. But then we also, when you're looking at the post on Facebook, you can click the button in the top right corner and you can save it. So I have a collection that is just seasonal because I am the crazy one who looks for new comments like way more often than I need to. So I just have seasonal. So right now it's fall 2023. It's probably winter actually, but fall 2023 host to post that I have saved to a collection. So Taylor, how are you saving your posts to keep track? How often are you looking for comments? And then also, can you go into your just the flow as people are commenting on those posts?
Yeah, so first off, I don't save it right away. This is something with an algorithm that I noticed Oh man, it's been years ago. Um, I don't save it right away just because Facebook, I noticed, and this probably like this could have changed since then, decreased visibility if I saved it immediately, the same post over and over. That's just a thing. So I go back like 6 hours later and I'll save the post. And I do it by month. So I have January 2023 HAPs, February 2023 HAPs. So I do it by month and like the year. So I have stuff saved from when we first started Host to Post years ago, collection. So I can go back and look at those and bump them or whatever when we do have promotions. But I will check the day before, like the Host to Post from the day before the morning of the next day, and see if I've missed any comments. And like sporadically, I don't necessarily like, I mean, I check them at least once a day. And then the end of the week, I will go make sure I have bumped all my hosted posts. So that means commenting like a before and after picture, commenting like an enrollment, or that I've opened up new spots with the discount, or when we have promotions for free products or even additional discounts, stuff like that. And so I will go and comment on all of those, and they're all saved in a collection. So it's very easy to go back and just like comment on all of them at once. So make sure you save them so it's very easy to find. And what was the other question? I can't remember.
No, I think that's perfect. And then for the people who do comment and say, I'm interested, send me info, anything like that, are you, so we send a friend request and then we message them. So talk me through that kind of conversation flow that you have with these potentials. Do you add them as a friend? Do you save the message in a draft, or how do you kind of go about keeping track? Do you write down the names of the people who comment?
Yeah. So what I do, like when somebody comments, I do two hosted posts, and sometimes people do three. I don't really do a distributor hosted post. I know it works for some people. It's just not something that I have gotten into recently. I did do it a long time ago, but it's just not something I do because I have the distributor option as customer pricing and stuff too. So I'll go over that in a minute. But I do giveaway hosted posts. Like I'll have somebody put up a giveaway post for me, and then I have somebody put up a gummies post for me. So the gummy one's the one that one, when somebody comments on it, I reply back, sending you a message and a friend request. Make sure you accept my friend request so the message goes through. So they know they're getting a friend request from me and they're getting a message. I send them a friend request and then I immediately go ahead and message them. I used to wait until they accepted my friend request, but a lot of the like over the years, Facebook has not let me see when people accept my friend requests. It's more complicated to do it that way. So I've just initially gone ahead and sending them the message, and sending them a friend request. And I can drop the scripts on like my gummy because I only do gummies, and it keeps it really easy and simple, so I know what we've talked about, like I know what we're going to be talking about. I sent them a message about like, hey, I saw your comment on the gummies post, would you like more info right now? And they say yes, and then I send them the message like what information is about the gummies, and then I'll send them pricing. And in my pricing it has the fourth option as a distributor option. So the ability to earn an extra income. So I'm still expanding my network as far as distributors go with that, because some people may not see the value in just the product and they want to be able to earn an extra income as well. So that gives them an option too.
Yeah, I love that. And my absolute favorite part, to go back to the person who's actually posting for you, after the post goes live, and I know some people wait, so I'll hear what you do as well, but I immediately come back when they say, okay, it's posted. Um, my favorite message ever is, hey, thanks so much. I got you entered. I hope you win. By the way, did you know that posting just like that is exactly what I do to bring in a second stream of income just from my phone? Would another income stream be helpful for you as well? because no one's going to say no to that, right? They're already doing the work. And I just love that because, especially for the people who are getting all kinds of comments, they're going to realize I'm already working this business. So they can be her customers or they could be mine. And so a lot of times when that is enough motivation for people to sign up, even just to say, all right, I'm going to sign up with customers. But when that does happen, it's just magical because not only do you have a new distributor who is willing to post, but you have a new distributor coming in with volume because they got a bunch of comments and they've got that confidence and enthusiasm that they know this is all it takes to be successful. So that's my favorite part, I think, about host to post is after that post goes up, you get to send that message to invite them in as well. So how do you have a message that you send
Yeah,
right away or do you wait?
yeah, so I went ahead and dropped in the chat all of my verbiage for like what I comment and the like scripts for the gummies and stuff. I'll also send the message, and I send it as soon as they tell me the post is up. And it just says, "Thanks so much. It means the world to me. Just so you know, if you're interested, a couple spots for the health fruit chews, as well as social media income. Would you, or can I send you some info to see if it would be a good fit for you?" And then I send them when they say yes or sure. I send them and it says, "Thanks so much. Have a few openings for," and I give different options and they let me know which one they want. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10, the last one being work from home. So it gives them the option to be a customer or work from home or multiple ones. And so they have the ability to choose from that. And then we kind of just go from there with the conversation.
I love that. I'm gonna have to update mine with that option. Um, okay, so another thing that just helps keep everything streamlined, and this is for all encompassing for the whole business. For me, it's a game changer to have. I use the Boards app. Before Boards, I use the notes in my phone. For me to have even options for responses is a game changer, but to be able to have all of these scripts saved to the Boards app or to Notes is a game changer because it really takes the guessing game out of it. You don't have to sit there and think about what to say. It's literally just a couple of clicks and then you have your response. What I love about Host to Post is that it generally follows the same flow. And so that again, it's streamlined, it's convenient, it's easy to just duplicate and plow all the way through. So, what what boards are you using? Do you have your own, or are you in a bunch of other ones, or are you using like your notes or something other than the boards app?
All of the above except notes, just because I do use boards. It's just a game changer, like you said. It makes things so much easier and simpler. It's just basically what notes was, but it attaches to your keyboard, so it makes it just easier than to just copy and paste. But anyway, I do have my own. I'm in several others. I've never done one. But this, like, I made my own just because I wanted a condensed version of like all of it because it can get so overwhelming with so many different scripts and then you don't know what to send because you have 50 million different messages. And it's very, I mean, it happens very easily. But I've made my own. Those are from mine. I definitely did not come up with those. I'm pretty sure 90, like some of them from Chelsea, some of them are from Sam Bowers. Like they're all from all over. I've tweaked them here and there. Um, but I definitely like love boards. And if you don't have boards, you can download it. If not, then you can use the notes section, like Nicole mentioned, in your phone. I did want to say one more thing before we kind of move on from post to post. With giveaway posts, I briefly touched on it that I do gummies and giveaway posts. So I'll have somebody put up either a gummies post for me or an actual giveaway post. And for those that put up an actual giveaway post, for those comments, I respond back and say, "Hey, make sure you shoot me a private message with the word whatever month we're in. So, like December, so I can confirm your entry." So they are sending me messages. I'm not reaching out to people who are not my friends, so you won't get blocked on Facebook. But this should have like this should create a huge snowball effect. So one, you're not putting up giveaway posts every single day on your Facebook. Two, you're like not just going through your friends list, but you're having new people coming to you and they're putting up posts for you. So that just creates the snowball effect and it makes getting hosted posts up a lot easier. Instead of having to reach out to a ton of people and then possibly getting blocked on Facebook, you're having other people message you. So that was one tip I definitely wanted to share. Making sure you're having somebody put up like other people put up giveaway posts for you. So you can also reach their network so they can put up product ones or giveaway ones too. It's just like I said, a snowball effect.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think at the end of the day, the biggest takeaway is that the things that we do every day to grow our business, we post, we grow our network, we invite people in, and we follow up. When we're doing host to post, we're doing all four of those things organically with this additional system. So I'm not saying don't do all these other tasks on their own. I'm just saying that's the correlation to thriving host to post equals thriving business because you're expanding your business, your network, other people are posting for you, you're following up, you actually have a lot more people to follow up with. Like it grows everything so much more. It grows in volume, new people, even just bringing new people into your network is a game changer because they're going to see your stories, they're going to see your additional posts, they're going to see everything. And so I just love this as a great um, overall system. So if you guys have any other specific questions that you want us to go over, drop those in the chat. But Taylor, is there anything else you want to go over to close us out tonight?
Making sure, like, I don't know about you all, but I am like I hate to say it, a pen and paper person, even though I do it digitally. Um, Digitally, it just makes it so much easier for me to take it wherever I go because I have my iPad and everything's like digital on there. But I write everything down still on my iPad. All of the people that put up posts for me, all of my potentials, I have a potentials list. And then like when they say they're going to order, write it on your calendar. I would just recommend making sure you're writing it down so you can track it. Because I remember thinking I was talking to tons of people that I was sending out all these host to post messages and nobody was good at like putting them up, or I was getting all these out, or I'm getting all these put up. And when I actually started tracking it, in actuality, I was only getting maybe like 4 up a day. And I was like, wow, okay, like that's a reality check. I'm not getting the 10 that I thought I was up. That's why I'm not enrolling like I thought I should be, because I'm not getting the 10 up a day. And so making sure you are tracking your work and going back and really seeing like, am I being honest? Am I really getting up 10 a day? Am I really sending out these messages? Am I really adding to my potentials list? Because more than likely, if you're not seeing the enrollments you want, you need to start tracking to see what you're actually doing. So that's one tip that I would make sure you do. Even if you're not a pen and paper, put it in your notes, do something so you know exactly what you're doing every day.
Absolutely. And I think that goes both ways too. I think a lot of times we get comfortable when we do, someone does a giveaway post for us, and so it's thriving and we can get 30 up in a day or whatever the next day. We kind of coast and just work those few that we already have up. But then that's when you start to lose that momentum. You have to keep building. You can't get comfortable and say, okay, got my 10 up. I can stop here and just work those for a few days. Keep going. Don't slow down just because it's going well for a minute. Like, don't get too comfortable. Keep going, keep tracking everything. Just take that as the blessing that, like, okay, this is easy right now, and keep it going for as long as you can. Don't get comfortable and slow down. Keep asking for more, keep going with it. Don't slow down and just count on the few that you have up and then kind of take a few days off because it's a lot harder to get that momentum built back up than it is to maintain it once you have it.
I will say,
Okay.
I have seen people saying like, well, what do I do if I'm stuck? And like I mentioned earlier, maybe you weren't on earlier, but if you feel stuck, like you're talking to some people and getting a couple up, add new people to your network. That means you're probably talking to the same people. You need new people. So go and start adding people, adding from suggested friends, having like if you need to expand your network quickly, have your friends only do giveaway posts and then start doing your 10 a day, meaning usually my ratio is 8 gummies posts to giveaway posts. But if you really need to expand your network fast, do half and half, 5 giveaway and 5 gummies. So you are still expanding your potentials list. But if you really need to start getting that traction going and adding to your network, do giveaway posts and start adding those people into your network so you get new people seeing your posts. So it'll be easier. But yeah.
Absolutely. And I saw some comments, I can't find it now, but it had to do with not being able to send friend requests. When you're sending them, send them slowly. Don't, even if you have a nice list to go down, pause between the names for a couple seconds so it's not going too fast and too repetitive. But then the other thing is, I go through, if you go to view your friend requests, and then you hit view all at the top, you can click the button and see sent friend requests. I go through there every couple of days, and if the friend requests that I have sent to other people are more than 2 days old, I remove them. I want people who are going to respond right away. Otherwise, they can go, but I don't want to have a ton of pending sent friend requests if it's going to stop me from being able to add new. A way that I like to send them is, or like find people, is I have found a couple of groups that are actually really positive people with things that we have in common, so I can engage in the group and go through and add people that way. It doesn't always like block you. But then also, something that someone taught me, I think on one of these Zooms not too long ago, was if you see someone in your friend list who's always positive, when they post things, they get good comments, they have good engagement with their friends, it's just an authentic presence on Facebook. I go to their page, and um, when you look at their friend list, it'll show you suggestions. And at the top of the list is people that you have mutual friends with. Usually you can add those people before Facebook's going to send you the pop up that says, oh, it looks like you don't know this person. And so I like to do that way. I don't trust the people you may know bar, because all bets are off as far as whether that's going to be a quality connection. But for those really positive people that I enjoy having in my newsfeed, I like to go through and add some of their friends, because it's generally other positive women in my age range, or, you know, what I'm looking for as far as adding to my network. I like to keep everything positive, because there's so much negative on Facebook. And I have found that that has been a game changer for me, just as far as um, it's easier to ask people and have them actually say yes. So I have noticed it's taken some time, but I have noticed that as my friend list is evolving, it's getting a lot easier to get a lot of them up and to get positive responses on them as well. So I'm going to look through. Taylor, have you seen any other questions in here?
Not that I have seen. If you had one and we've not said it, make sure you type it in again, bump it real quick before we hop off. Um,
So if you're not sure what your giveaway is, get with your upline or check in with us, and we can help guide you to find out what that is. As you're sending out these messages to ask people, you'll want to have an accurate, like, as a thank you, I will send you or enter you into the giveaway for, because
yeah,
every
because
team is
our
a little
amount,
different.
it can change from month to month, just depending on what we do, or what team you're on or all of that good stuff. But yeah, make sure you check that for sure.
Yep.
Uh,
So look at that. And then as far as scripts, you can save the chat in here. You can go to your team page, your team chat, your upline. They can help you as well. I can't recommend enough using the boards app or notes, and even having your own that you pick and choose your own conversation flow that you like the best, to just save it. So it's just easy access right there. Um, and yeah, I think that's it.
yeah.
I don't know what else there is to go over. So
There's Instagram host to post, but that's just a whole nother ball game and it gets a little more confusing. So we'll stick with Facebook host to post for now. But yeah, this just make sure you're being consistent with it because like Nicole said, if you do it and then take a day off, it's just very hard to create that momentum again. And if it feels overwhelming, start with 5 hosts to post it, like making your goal 5 hosts to post a day and then expanding from there. Because once you start doing it, it just becomes second nature and super easy.
Absolutely. And turn the emotions off. Okay. This is
Yeah,
something that it's okay to be a little robotic about because you'll have days where you're like, I cannot send one more message. I have gone through my whole friend list. Like you're discouraged. No one's even responding. That's fine. But then the next day you might get 80 responses and be overwhelmed. Like there's no predicting it. It could be based on the weather if people are grumpy versus a nice sunshiny day. You can't overthink it. You just have to be consistent in your routines and know what your goals are and just do it and get it done. So,
absolutely.
all right. Well, thank you guys for jumping on. Have fun with Host to Post. I know we're all going to kill it and it's going to help us grow so much this month. Who's going to earn a stocking stuffer bonus? Drop it in the chat on our way out. All right. Yes, me. Yes. All right. Thanks for jumping on, guys. We'll see you next week.